a great person in our midst today. So let's give her a big hand. Come on. Yeah. Sudha Murthy is no ordinary person. She's a fighter. She's a gold medalist when she did her engineering and stood first. She was awarded a gold medal by the Chief Minister of Karnataka, from where she came. And she wanted to join Tatas. But being an engineer, not many people took women engineers into their fold. So she was challenged. So what did she do? She didn't apply to the HR of the company as normally we are wont to do. She wrote straight to the chairman of the Tata Group, Tata Motors. Now is it called? At that time it was Tata Engineering. And she said, look at the inequality of what is happening in your company, and I need an opportunity after being a gold medalist. And try and guess what happened. Can anybody make a guess? She got the job. Give her a big hand. That is what leadership is all about. That's what makes the difference. You don't sit back when things are going wrong. You don't sit back because things haven't happened before you. You don't sit back because something is coming in your way, whether it's a roadblock, or it's a hump, or a hiccup, or a bad market. You got to look at the examples which are extraordinary. And that's what, again, Sudha Murthy is all about. She only invested 25,000? 10,000 rupees in a company called Infosys. And how much money did she make out of that 10,000? Come on, put some big figures. Yeah, big amounts, 30,000 crores of rupees. From how much? 10,000 rupees. She made more money as a return on the investment than any person in the entire world. And look at the simplicity of this lady and the humility with her kindness to be able to come here this morning, thanks to the invitation of my lovely friend, Mr. Ashank Desai and his beautiful wife over here. We are really, really grateful to them for having brought Sudha Murthy in our presence in order to create that leadership feeling in our mind. And what is this leadership feeling all about? About 30 years ago, you weren't born then, I went to the United States for a holiday. Okay, and I was there, and somebody asked me, which country are you from? And I said, I'm from India. So, you know, I got a look like this. Horrible. This guy is from India, poor country. What's this? No good, nothing to do with it. Then there was a paradigm change when people from our country, whether they were doctors, engineers, software companies, and all so on and so forth, made a dent to such an extent that almost 15 to 20% of engineers, where are you from? And I said again, hesitantly, that I am from India. And you know what the reaction was? Wow, this guy is from India. He's so brilliant. Not because I am brilliant, but because of the fact that I'm an Indian. That's why I am brilliant. And why is it that the impression has got about that I am brilliant? It's because of the hundreds and thousands of people who come from India, who have the brains of India, who have the ideologies of India, who have the culture of India, who have the brain of India, who have actually worked in the United States successfully and been icons in their own way. So you are the lucky ones. I wasn't so lucky when I went 30 years ago, because before me, we hadn't made that impact in the world that we are somebody in terms of it, not by saying I am fantastic, but actually performing, walking the talk, being great, wonderful, being humble, being nice, being good, being a performer. All these things we continue to do, and that's what made the difference. That is what you people will now benefit from, because when you go out in the world and you say that you've come from India, that you are a woman, you will be looked upon. That's what's going to make a great difference in the future, not only of Indians, but of you as a woman, because that's what's going to stand out. Because the women of yesterday performed in the world extraordinary things in order to make it so beautiful for you and me today that people look up to us. So, what do we want from you? What do we want you to do? That heritage, that work which was done by your people before you, who went out into the world, created excellent companies, did excellent jobs, worked on humanitarian causes, did for the poor, did for social work, they are the ones which you have to emulate. That's what leadership is all about. Can you make that little difference? As Sudha Murthy will tell you, the difference which she has made in terms of charity, in terms of doing, stretching out for various people, and you can definitely make the difference. Because, why? Because you are special. You are the special children coming to a special school and doing a wonderful job. And if you don't have that confidence, you will never be successful. So what do you have to have? Confidence. Will you always have confidence in yourself that you will become great? Yes. And I will look forward that when you go out into the world, you will have the confidence to be able to take leadership of doing all the wonderful things and all the great things that I can say that you came from this school, and we are very, very proud of each one of you. I want to thank Sudha ji for coming here today, not only because she has done such great things, but because she has made a difference to my heart. I love her for what she has done. Her kindness, her generosity, her humility is something that I have learned so much from. And I want you all also to learn from her, because she has made such a great difference in confidence building, in the work to poor people, on work to education, and all the things that you can imagine. So, friends, we are all going to have years for Sudha Murthy and giving us enlightenment second to none in the entire world. All the best to all of you. Thank you so much. I must thank Kalyani for inviting me. I'm sorry, I should have done that first. But I'm really, really happy to be here this morning and talk to you. And it's such a wonderful thing to be able to come over here and speak to all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I know we would love to have you more often, and we will do that because you're just next door, so we'll call you. Can I request Mr. Desai to come and speak something about our Avanti Foundation? He's going to tell us how we started and what it is all about.
Good morning. Louder. I think you have come from holidays, so you are a little bit tired, right? The first day. Very happy to be here with dignitaries here, Sudha Murthy, Mr. Hiranandani, and all others, and all of you. Today is the birthday of our daughter Avanti, who was also like you studying in class, passed out from here. As you know, in her memory, we are doing this leadership event, and this is the first year of completion of that leadership event that we started last year. And how lucky are we that we are having one of our best leaders, globally known now, Mrs. Sudha Murthy, to be here on our first launching award ceremony and the event. Now, I would like to say a few words here why we are doing what we are doing. I think as Niranjan Hiranandani talked about the leadership that Indians are doing and expected to do, we have something in front of us, the coming century, this century of India. And how lucky all of you are to be part of that, because you are going to shape this century. It is you are going to live next 60, 70, 80 years in this century, and you are going to make a difference to this country. So, if there is one deficit we have in this country, we have what they call demographic dividend and many other dividends. But if there is one dividend which we are missing here, is about leadership. And leadership is something that there is no limit to it. There is leadership in everything that we do. Leadership is not about just being a political leader or a business leader or whatever it is. Leadership is about doing something, taking charge of something around you, taking charge of your life or life of others, and doing something to make difference. And India will be 10 times bigger if all of us show that leadership. Mrs. Sudha Murthy is going to talk to you about very interesting stories. She told me many stories and allowed me that I must select some of them. I didn't know what to do because all of them were so nice. But we don't have time, so we selected few of them which he will talk about. The point we are making here is leadership is not about just being some person at the highest level. You and I, all of us can make difference. And that is what Avanti was about for all of us. In her short life, in her school and college, she did so many things to make difference to many girls, many friends of hers who still come to us and talk about her and create websites and talk about it on Facebook and so on and so forth. So when we decided to do something in her memory, I thought the best thing we could do is to build leadership among girls. And what was a better place than Hiranandani School, which is one of the best schools in the city and so well managed by Hiranandani Group and Mrs. Patnaik and all leadership under her. And she was studying here. So our journey has started with this school, but it is going to be a much larger journey. We are this year doing it in 3 colleges, 3 schools, and many, many more as we go along. Because we strongly feel that tomorrow's India will be built by girls like you with taking leadership in their hand. So I was really touched when this girl who talked about the program she went through and said that how Avanti Leadership Program made difference to it. This is what we want. We don't want anything else. What we are only looking for is that many more leaders come out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, from this school, from this batch, and remember that you did here last whole year. So with that, I will like to just say quickly few thanks to leadership of the school, as I said, trustees, and specifically Mrs. Patnaik, sorry. She has been really a leader as I saw her last 1.5 years since we started the journey. She has been pushing us. She has been making it happen continuously by telling us how to do, how to improve. She's always available. I think she has been a good example for me for women leadership. And the leadership is not one-way journey. Give her a big hand for all that she has done. She has been very kind to... So, what I suggest, I thank her for all that she has done. And Sudha Murthy, of course, having come all the way, she has warned me not to talk about any of CVs that she has. So I have decided, as a good friend, not to talk about it. You have read about her enough. I would like to mention only one or two things. Uh, she has got many awards, many doctorates. She has done great work all over the world. She has been Padma Shri of Government of India, and many more awards to come are in her way, I'm sure. She has not reached even half or one-third or one-tenth of what she is deserving. But what I like about her is that in spite of all these accolades, in spite of all the great work she has done, she has one more important quality of a leader. That is to be humble, to be simple, to be down to earth. Leader is not about bossing around. Leadership is not about saying, I am the greatest. Leadership is not about sitting in some place and ordering everyone. Leadership is about going down to earth, working with them selflessly, so that if they make difference, they don't take credit for it. They don't even know that they have done such a great work sometimes. But whole world looks at them, praises them. I think that is what Sudha Murthy is. Sudha, really thank you for coming for this nice event. And with that, today we want to do some interesting stuff here. One, she is going to inaugurate the website of Avanti Foundation, which we are starting now, which you will see soon. And yeah, so I'll invite her to just start and then give us a speech about this, and then she will interact with few of you later, those who went through the leadership program. Sudha, please come. You have to just click here to open. Yeah. 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 No? Not opening? What happened? Technology. It will come. Oh, it's hold on. Yeah. I think wireless is taking its own time. So it's coming slowly. This is the foundation, Avanti Foundation thing which is coming up. And this is about what we do, what are our initiatives. There are some pictures there, so there are some videos, maybe whatever you want to see, Sudha, you can maybe click just for launching it. There are many things there. Yeah, we had, no, just pull it down. Come here. I'm sorry, this is a bit slow because of technology, but there are photographs, videos, there are programs there, what we do. So please visit that website whenever. Yeah, yeah, Murthy and you are there. They also put the today's event. This is what Mrs. Sudha Murthy inaugurates. That's what it says. Yeah, I don't know. That I agree. Somebody picked up. He didn't get maybe your photograph alone. He must ask our friend here who put that. I no. I know she's. Ahead. Sorry. So visit it. You can also go on Facebook from here, and there is a Facebook on Avanti's name there, and so on. So there are a lot of things there. We won't spend time today, given limited time that we have with Mrs. Sudha Murthy. There are many photographs, videos. In fact, some of your programs which were done here is also there on that video. Some of the programs that we did here, some of them also are included there. And we want to make it a big website for women leadership as we go along, that some of you visit it, look at it, take inspiration, and create case studies, etc., etc. This is just a beginning. We are just inaugurating it today. So
Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Mrs. Kalyani, the principal, Padma and Ashank Desai. Can you hear me? Without mic also you can hear me, that is not a problem. Teachers and my dear students, it's always a joy for me to come to school because you don't realize when you are a student what kind of a life you have, and when you always feel, oh, there are always examination, there is always homework. But what a golden period you have, you don't realize. And when you lose that, you realize it. Like I have lost that because I have completed that. Now I feel how nice it is to be a student. So I love to come to school, but only because of my traveling schedules are very tight, I am not able to take up many assignments. Actually, you have chosen a wrong person today, because if you give me a mic, I will not keep it down next 45 minutes. I'm a teacher. So when a teacher talks, unless the bell rings, the teacher will not stop. Is it not true? All teachers will agree with me. But today, Ashank told me it's only 35 minutes. I said, okay, I will try to put everything in 35 minutes. Women are always expressive and extrovert, most of them. Some of them are not, but most of them. And I'm one of them. I love to talk.